Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
At the 36-yard line.
Motion man sent left. It is caught left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives the Lions the first. Sending the tight end in motion left. On 1st down, it's gone. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
1st down, ball at the 36. Throwing again, it's Goff. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
That one's complete right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Working inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the Bears' 8-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
3rd and 4.
Now Goff. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Lions making the call for their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears send Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. That's complete, Cole Kmet. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Williams. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Now we're on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That's Moore with the catch out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Now Williams. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And you can see he's valued well beyond his work just as a runner. He's leading NFL backs in receiving touchdowns late in this season. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They go play action with Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started. Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Bears football. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. 1st down, Williams. Doesn't have the hook up there, incomplete pass. Now thrown in the direction of DJ Moore. So 2nd down coming up. Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Williams set to pass. Flush down now to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Now here's Williams. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Williams to throw. Completed here to Kmet. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Into traffic, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. And it's the Bears with 2nd and 6. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That throw finds Johnston. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Williams with 3rd and long. That finds Jacobs complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Quick slant, that's Williams. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I know. Sometimes we take kickers for granted, but I'll tell you what, you can't hit that any better. Never even flirted with an upright. That was right down the middle.
Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And the 1st down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. Jalen Hurts, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, it's off to the land to check on the Browns at home in the Dog Pound. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Okay, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that 3rd down sack, well, it just did it.
So now a timeout for a player who was shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree, not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Goff on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. First down throw from Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Williams on the play action. Moore's They get there to take him down right around the 41. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, Kate, I'm not against a run in that situation. Many times that defense is playing pass on second and long. But this front, well, they were prepared, and they pull the trigger and make a stop.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. Third and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They go play action with Goff. That's completed right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more, from the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it. And I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Bears' 11-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions take a third-quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions push their lead to 3. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here come the Bears back out on offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They'll run here on 1st down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense getting set to work here. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Another carry for him. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams to throw on 1st. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now. Give now to the running back. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Off the play fake, Williams. He has the 1st over the middle. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Motioning him from the slot right. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Off play action, Goff. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
When a defender can get his hands on a pass and knock it away in any way, that's usually good things for the defense.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. That one's complete, right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
These are so often the plays. I mean, we talk about it all the time, the thin line, thin margin between winning and losing in this league. And when you put a capital E in effort and you break a tackle like that, especially in the second half, it often propels you to victory.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a 9-point advantage. And with that score, he's reached a benchmark he's long had his eye on. 30 touchdowns in one season. And he's going to come away pleased with how well he has played to put up that kind of number this year. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions make it a 10-point ball game.
Bears 17.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The Bears headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Fits it through the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th.
Bears 24.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. Hand off here from Brooks. And he finds him enough room to get it up to the 42-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is gone. It's taken in by Williams. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions making a 9-point advantage. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they can find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Williams from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion, it was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions take a 3-possession lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It is caught left side. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd and 8. He's got a man left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Bears Bears, hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Moore's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw by Williams. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Lions have it now on his 8th pick of the year. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Brooks. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 45-yard line.
Running once more with Brooks. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they end the season the way they have so many games already this year, Brock, with a victory. And now they get to enjoy an extra week off to rest and prepare to host a game in the divisional round coming up in 2 weeks. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.